What is good, people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more CS news. And yeah, we're back and at 'em. Day one of the major playoffs has concluded. It is currently very late. I think it's like after 11 p.m. back here in the hotel room in Austin. So please forgive me for the audio quality, for the image quality. All right, motherfrickers. I am trying my darndest to cover the CS major for all of you. And day one was absolutely incredible. Alex, do you want to say hi really quick to the peeps? I'm keeping her awake for all of you. Remember that. But series number one, we had MOUZ versus Team Spirit. MOUZ kind of the, I wouldn't say underdog, but like dark horse. We don't know what to expect from them. They've been playing from comeback standpoint all major long so far versus Spirit, the defending major champions, who, let's be honest, look like one of your better teams alongside Vitality out of our stage three. They looked utterly dominant, but for some reason, people thought MOUZ could have an upset here, but Spirit was clearly your favorite. I think 70 to 80% of people out there vote-wise had Spirit favored in this, and because of that, we open up in Mirage. And speak of the devil, it's actually someone like Donk who goes off later on, but Spirit almost managed this 2v4. I think it was like round 18 of Mirage, and this is just the start of where things go back and forth. Then speak of the devil himself, Donk, the following round, round 19, he hits a two-piece, and people are like, okay, that transfer, that guy is doing just fine.
Dink's coming out of Spinks as he signs up for that fight. Magixx, though, he's removed. Man advantage yet again.
Lightning fast.
And keep in mind as well, this is an 0-5 start for MOUZ, so it didn't look their way, but it's like typical comeback MOUZ fashion, make this a really contending map. And round 24 was insane. Round 28 was also crazy as these two teams went back and forth. Then we had MOUZ, one of the few teams out there hitting a clutch with an HE grenade. I think this was like 22, 21. I just remember the nade being thrown in the stadium and people just going off. An HE grenade, little clutch, kept him in it.
And he's not gonna waste a moment here. It's blood in the water. Spinks with the answer. This is a 2 versus 5. Sent against them. Magixx back from behind triple. Spinks a quad kill needed. 3 frags deep. 15 seconds.
The HE.
And the one that kind of really pissed me off, but if you're a MOUZ fan, you're probably pissed off for a lot of different match points throughout this, was the sneak defuse by Spirit.
Defenders in position. Slowly but surely, MOUZ put on the squeeze.
Wait a second.
But Spirit have make a map of this by pulling clutches from deep within that hat, and with fire at the feet of Jimmy yet again, he is forced to reposition. Magixx, you've got nothing to lose here. Swing for the fences. And as the flash comes out from Ticket, he now knows both positions. It's just a matter of clearing Jimmy first. He starts to step wide. Magixx collects his second. Goes to the top rope. 4 kills in this round. And he gets them. But yet again, it comes down to time. And he's got enough. Clean sweep in the 4th OTCT side.
Another retake.
But somehow, some way, after all of that, it is MOUZ that fall to Spirit on Mirage. And at that point, everyone's thinking, we're going to a map, which, by the way, on Dust2, Spirit have won 20 of the last 22 times they played this map. So for sure, this series is done, right? Right?
Final blow. Zertian off of the cover. Quick reposition. Back at the fight. Gets another headshot. Finally something out of Team Spirit here. Magixx.
No way.
Again, they will fight for every round, but this is a 10-second defuse and they cover.
You're kidding.
The clutch rounds begin, folks. 2v4.
Acontecer, Jimmy com outra e de repente vantagem numérica para MOUZ mais uma vez e a rotação é boa. Rodar ao B.
E Spinks tem o B. Spinks tem o B, a bomba já rodou para lá e portanto... Mas atenção, porque se Spinks cair aqui, é verdade, ele tem o apoio de Jimmy. Os 2 homens a fechar no meio B. Os 2 CTs pelo CT Spawn. O primeiro no chão. Sobra Magixx. Vai cair Magixx. Spinks mete 4 homens no chão e diz... Vamos ao nuke que... O que acontece?
And so finally, we go to a nuke. And at this point, this whole stadium, by the way, it's a Thursday night. Just to compare this to other esports out there, there's very few comparisons you can make. Typically on a Thursday night, any city, especially in America, I don't know about European events, this, but I think I probably can speak for a lot of venues out there. Thursday nights are usually lackluster, right? People show up a little bit here and there. At one point or another, especially for opening series, this stadium was completely packed. I would garner at least 12,000 people were probably there. Maybe that's a stretch, but it was packed into the upper rafters. This weekend is going to be insane how packed it's going to be, especially for FaZe Mongols. But it was MOUZ. After all of this, they take down your defending major champions, and we are one series in at this point. We're one series in of this major, and the defending major champs are done, and your dark horse MOUZ, who's been playing off the back foot in comeback city all day long, is now, it has a chance. They really have a chance. If there is a team who can knock out Vitality in the semis, you would give the favor to a team like MOUZ versus Spirit. But
Does he have to let this go? Brolin, you gotta watch something.
From both sides, Jimmy gotta step it up. He's got Xerxin to work with. And the attack's still on out from heaven. Here on high, Xerxin able to hold it back. That is brute force from Xerxin.
Graduated from his Cloud9 days, his Gambit youngster days, and earned himself a reputation for putting together these moments down to a damn deagle.
Plays this silent to 30 seconds, and he currently has separated 1v1s, but if the cover's not good, then the bomb wouldn't have gone down. But Spinks decides not to make his move. Double door swung. Shiro back exposed. Doesn't know it. Hiding in the corner.
And they are best of threes, which may favor these guys. And although they've been playing from behind a lot of this major, I imagine if you're Vitality, no matter who you drew after Spirit or MOUZ, whoever you got, you realize your run to get to the grand finals is probably the hardest part of your major. And man, oh, it's going to be fun. Also, I have an interview with Jimmy Boy, Mr. Yimpad. If you guys want that, it'll hopefully be out by tomorrow. Just make sure to stop back by in the channel. And I didn't do any other interviews because I struggle from anxiety, and I was too nervous to talk to some of these guys because it is very nerve-wracking, but we'll get better at it. Because then we went to the Brazilians, who unfortunately were matched up against each other, and I was really favoring the other storyline in this. That being Fallen, 34 years old, could potentially, if he won this major, set the record for oldest major winner over a Kerrigan. Kerrigan's 35. We'll see if he has a chance yet to remain after tomorrow to set that record himself. And it's Furia versus PaiN, which was set to be a good series, but I think Furia was probably your favorite, and they showed that in map 1. They ran it up so hard. I thought this series was going to be a 2-0, especially because I think Anubis was their pick, and we went there for map 2. I thought this series was well and dusted.
Oh my god, barrel, Caserato, that's clinical on the top side. Sends them 6 feet under, and 6 rounds maybe all they get as Furia waits, chomping at the bit for these smokes to fade. That will signal the end of the game. DGT last alive and not for long as Furia show up.
But that's when I really found, no, I didn't find out about Dav1deuS, and how do you pronounce his name, guys? Dav1deuS, Dav1deuS, he kills it, okay? Round 5 and 6 of Anubis, and PaiN just run it right back, and alongside Big Azera, of course, but like, these guys, I don't know how PaiN are doing this thing, especially against such an experienced lineup like Furia, but albeit Yakinder's a 2-month stand-in. Incredible comeback on Anubis. Of course, we go to a map 3, and what's map 3? Yeah, you called it, Jimmy. It's freaking Inferno. No, it's not going to end in regulation.
International, their first move was to look abroad for AWPers. Now would have been the time to show us what the Brazilian AWP can do. Instead, it's Dav1deuS digging deep. That's it. Charged up by Yuri. Molly on the bomb, and just wasting time. There isn't time for Yuri to win this. And so Dav1deuS still in this. But half the time ticked off this bomb already. Furia now know they've got to get a move on. Dav1deuS trying to make the play that makes this a winning half for PaiN. And with that incision cutting through Furia, Dav1deuS has answered the call. That 1v3 delivers some salvation to PaiN in this quarterfinal.
Furia start this game up 6-0, and then PaiN runs it back at halftime with a 7-5, and you knew at that point it was probably going to be trouble. Later on in the game, there was this giant peeking session that went on, and it was at this point I was like, okay, so PaiN is really on a different level when they're so succinctly peeking their enemies like this. It was a comedic round, really. Not very fun if you're a Furia fan, though.
Starting to come to fruition. And now it's left hanging in the balance. That's when NQZ is to earn it. 3 kills deep on this AWP. And just Caserato left to find. The guy that got the whole comeback rolling, got this whole clutch attempt going, but they're just jiggling. They're not making it easy for Serrano. And too mobile. He can't hack it. Runs for the hills. PaiN with a shimmy and a jiggle get onto a third.
As Furia somehow get run down, they do end up forcing overtime, and there was a string of clutches there. I think it was a 2v4 that maybe got them even closer to force that overtime. It was crazy, right? And you thought once they forced it overtime, they had it, right? PaiN dominated overtime, and they earned this series. I don't know what went wrong with Furia in closing it out, but PaiN, of all teams, I mean, both these major playoff matchups have started with, you got it, you're not getting your diamond coin, okay? I know you're not.
PaiN are withstanding this. PaiN are right there. Fallen has delivered a grain of hope, but it's small, it's fleeting. Yuri trying to battle back into this. Can they stick the landing on this turnaround? DGT suddenly finds himself the sole survivor. Will he be the one to deliver glory to PaiN? Or are there still more rounds left to play? Fallen thinks so! Furia run it back!
A PaiN deve estar como, velho? DGT, clica, Molodói!
Yuri vai ter que fazer um milagre.
Não vai ter milagre pro Yuri. Caramba, é 3x1, vai acabar, Brasil. Vai acabar. Olha a calma, olha o carinho, porque o Cacerato, né, normalmente pode ser o cara da A também. O Dav1deuS vai plantando.
Ele recuou tudo.
Vai acabar, velho. Vai acabar. Aqui...
É, o Cacerato...
É grafite se ele ganhar.
Sim, aqui é grafite. Prepara o grafite. O Dav1deuS tá tentando tudo.
Já tá, a fita tá dada.
Nossa.
Olha aí. Estão tacando magia. Acabou! A PaiN está na semifinal de um Major. Cara, olha... Que show, velho. Que show.
But until next time, thank you all for watching. If you guys could do me a favor and like this video, or at least leave a comment. This is taking a long time. We're going to be up very late trying to get this out there. And, you know, this channel doesn't really pay the bills, but it's freaking fun to be here because of you guys. And I really do appreciate that. And we're just trying to fit our way in. So there will be more interviews on the channel throughout this weekend if I can, you know, suck it up and actually do them. But hopefully I can get you guys some more clips from the stadium and arena and show you some in-person reactions, maybe interview some fans and viewers out there. It's been super fun. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you back here tomorrow sometime, okay? Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy that major. Peace and good night.